So this is episode 3 with Flamengo, club number 5 in this accidental Pentagon challenge type series that we're doing. And in today's episode, we've got a Copa Libertadores quarter-final second leg tie against Boca Juniors. And it's just dawned on me that by episode 5, we could have won our third Champions League trophy. This is mental. Welcome to the video, folks. And yeah, as I said in the intro, by Friday's episode, we could be in a Copa Libertadores final. We do still have Boca Juniors to get past in the quarterfinals, and we'll bring you up to speed on what happened in the first leg of that game with the highlights package from previous me. So I think I'll hand over to him now. He'll give you the team that we went into battle with. He'll talk you through the highlights, and then I'll meet you back here at the schedule screen. So the team for the game against Boca away from home in the Copa Libertadores: Luis Junior, our number 1 goalkeeper, is back in goal. Mariani left back, Guerrero right back, Andre Luiz and Colombo in the centre of defence. Cristiano Ronaldo, Torralla and Johansson in the midfield. Albarracin and Pedro out wide with Wellington up top. We have got a suspension for our usual right back, Custodiado. So yeah, he's out suspended. He has picked up an injury recently anyway, so he probably wouldn't have played in today's game. Let's get into the game and have a look at the highlights. So we have a highlight from kickoff, which isn't necessarily a good sign. I mean, it is if we score, but here's Mariani to Albarracin. He gives it away with a pass to absolutely nobody. And we give the ball to Boca Juniors. Long kick upfield, which seems a bit of a waste from their goalkeeper, ends up back with our goalkeeper, Luis Junior, and we can start building again from the back. It's with Colombo to Johansson, who drives forward, gives it to Pedro. He finds Torralla. Oh, Torralla's hit the post. Here's Campos for Boca Juniors on the left-hand side, goes back to Jordan. Campos has it back again. We get the tackle. Oh, hang on, I think that's a penalty. Oh, we've given away a penalty in the 25th minute of the game. Alex Guerrero's brought Campos down. I thought it was a good challenge. He looked like he got the ball. Oh, it is a penalty. I thought it was not going to be a penalty then. Right, can Luis Junior pull off a save from the penalty spot? Campos, no, he's gone the wrong way. It's 1-0 to Boca. Not a very good start. Right, Torralla has a free kick. Puts the ball into the box. Partially cleared, but Marco Antonio picks it up on the right-hand side. Cuts in field. Not really sure what happened. I presume someone from Boca got a touch on it, but it's still with us. Mariani now to Albarracin. Heze founds Albarracin. Gandin! Oh, Gandin, the substitute, has come off the bench. It's 1-1. Here come Boca Juniors on the attack. We intercept the ball. Heze done a good job there. He's given it to Vinny, to Marco Antonio, who then loses it in the midfield. Andre Luiz misses a tackle. They're through. Here is over the bar. Highlight now, and we're with Boca Juniors just inside their own half. 6 minutes left of the 90. Right, we intercept. Gandin picks it up, gives it to Heze. He finds Vinny, who's through on goal. Vinny has scored. It's not going to be reviewed. It's his second goal of the season. It's 2-1. Right, we have a highlight right towards the end of the game. We're in the last minute. We're down to 10 men because of an injury. Marco Antonio on the right-hand side finds Torralla, but now Boca can bring the ball away. Let's not concede right in the last few seconds. Oh, and it's gone wide, but it's been saved by Luis Junior. It's a corner. We're now over the minimum 6 minutes to be added on. The corner goes in. It's gone out, I think, for another corner. Referee, can you just blow your whistle? We played 26 seconds longer than we should have done. Jordan with the outswinger again. Luis Junior. Oh, he fumbles the ball, but we clear our lines. We have another highlight. We're in the 98th minute, or 99th minute, actually. I mean, I don't know where all this added on time is coming from. Can we get the ball? Mariani picks up the loose ball. I mean, ref, can you blow your whistle, please? Andre Luiz to Torralla. Mariani, Andre Luiz. Heze, I don't like this highlight. Why we're almost in the 100th minute of the game. Oh my word, we've conceded. VAR are going to review it. I am going to be livid if we've conceded a goal in the 99th minute. It has been given. Well, there you go. And that was absolute heartbreak. I was not happy conceding a 99th minute equaliser. We were down to 10 men as well. We'll go through that in a moment, but we'll have a look at what we've done since you were last here. In the last episode, we had Botafogo and Talares in the previous episode, Talares in the Copa Libertadores second round, second leg. We got through that 2-0 with a win after a 0-0 draw in the away leg. We beat Botafogo 4-1 as well. Wellington getting on the score sheet in that game, along with Lorenzo Albarracin and Pedro and Jonathan Herrero. Our amazing attacking advanced playmaker in midfield, who has now left the club. We'll get to that when we do the transfer business. After that, we then played against Sao Paulo in the league and lost 2-1 in that game. Wellington with another goal giving us the lead before Eder, 58th and 79th minute, making it 2-1 to Sao Paulo. And yeah, it was really disappointing. We weren't the better team in terms of shots or shots on target. We did have more possession. We were the only team to have a clear-cut chance. But when you go down to the bottom of here and you look at the average rating, their average rating was 6.85, ours was 6.65. So maybe they did deserve it in that statistic. But yeah, disappointed. It's their first loss as manager of Flamengo. And yeah, I didn't like it. Then we moved on and played ATG. I had no idea. I have got this list of clubs, but it's only from when FM24 first started. So any teams that are in this division now that may have come up from lower divisions, I won't have their names. These may be one of them. I don't know, to be honest. But anyway, against ATG, we won 4-0, 3-0 up at half-time. Jonathan Herrero, Marco Antonio and Wellington with another goal. Cristiano Ronaldo, not that one, also getting on the score sheet as well. This was pretty much a one-way game. You look at the stats, they didn't have a single shot on target compared to our 7. We had 16 shots at goal compared to their 4. 65% possession. We absolutely dominate possession. In terms of the average rating, we was a 7.37, they were a 6.23, more than 1 full point on the average rating scale between us. They had a player in the red. They were just not particularly good, ATG. And a 4-0 win, lovely, lovely stuff. We then played San and won 3-0 in this game at Wellington with one of his hat-tricks. It's not the first, and I doubt it's going to be the last. Put us in the lead on 8 minutes, got a penalty in the 11th minute and then in another goal in the 89th minute. And again, you look at the stats, we were by far the dominant team, more shots on target. We had 2 clear-cut chances to their none, 65% possession compared to their 35. And again, go back to the average rating, we were a 7.18, they were a 6.47. A really good, solid 3-0 win in that game as well. Then we had the rematch, so to speak, against Sao Paulo, the reverse fixture. We won this one 1-0. Looking at the stats, a draw may well have been a fairer result. There was hardly anything in it in terms of shots on target. We had 5 clear-cut chances, which shows you how we really should have done better than what we did. They only had 1. And in terms of possession, we were a dominant team there as well. Average rating-wise, 6.98 to a 6.68. So I think we've done enough to deserve to win it, but I also don't think we could have complained if it was a draw. Then after the revenge against Sao Paulo, we then played ATG. Again, we seem to play teams very close together. We've done it here with Bottas twice. We've done it with Sao Paulo, now with ATG. And yeah, a 4-2 win in this game in the reverse fixture. And again, we were the better team. They did get 6 shots on target in that game. And compared to our 9, we had, again, 63% possession. We had 1 clear-cut chance. They did have 2. And in terms of average rating, 6.70 for them to a 7.05 for us. Then after that, we played the game against Boca in the Copa Libertadores quarter-final first leg. As you know, it finished 2-2. When we look at the stats, Boca did have more shots and more shots on target. They did have a better XG than us. We did hit the woodwork and we had more shots off target. They had more clear-cut chances than us. Possession, we did dominate, but it was closer than what our league games tend to be. In terms of the average rating, they got a 6.80, we got a 6.80. You could probably say that a draw was a fair result in this one, but what really hurt us was Lorenzo Albarracin going off injured in the 91st minute. We couldn't replace him because we'd already done all of our substitutions. So after going 2-1 up and him going off injured, we were playing with 10 men, and then Sebastian Belia in the 99th minute. Bearing in mind, there was only meant to be 6 minutes of time added on. Where them additional 3 came from, they'll probably say it's from that, but I just think we were really hard done by. So, yeah, 2-2 draw. What it does tell me is if we were able to be this competitive away from home, we should be able to get the job done in the return leg, which is next up in this episode. We then played International, beat them 4-1. I think we played them recently as well. Wellington with another hat-trick. George Colombo getting on the score sheet as well. When you look at the stats, again, we were the most dominant team. More shots on target, more shots on goal, better XG. We had 4 clear-cut chances. We dominated possession. When you go down to the average rating of the players, 7.13 to 6.56, we were easily the better team. We need to have a conversation about this guy as well, because lately I've been calling him the boot. For those of you that are outside of the UK that might not know what a Wellington boot is, it's basically when people go traipsing through muddy fields and things like that, they wear these long plasticky Wellington boots that protect them from the elements. And yeah, I've just been calling him the boot mainly because he's scoring a lot of goals. If we actually click on him, see his attributes are starting to go up as well. He is only 18 years old. Yeah, 18 years old. Doesn't turn 19 until January. And he's a 5-star player for us, or potential player for us. He was on 2 stars when I first came here. He's already gone up to 2.5 already. And you see him here at the bottom of this little list. He could very easily end up moving up to the top of that list very, very soon, because he's already got 12 goals in 21 appearances. If we go and have a look at his league stats, 13 appearances, 11 goals, 1 assist at 7.31. Bearing in mind, out of those 13 appearances, 5 of them have been from the sub bench. And he has been very nice to have around, I don't mind admitting. And he has been a difference maker for us on many, many occasions. So that brings us to the game against Boca and then BTF. In the first division, we'll have a look at the table. We are 3rd in the table. This team here, we play on the second to last game of the season. So potentially that could end up being a title decider. We're 3 points off the top. They do have a game in hand over us. But as you can see, we've been climbing the table very, very nicely. 15 wins, 4 draws, 7 defeats, a goal difference of plus 18. And yeah, we are looking in a very, very good position. The team we played today, BTF, they are rock bottom of the table and on 22 points. So we would absolutely expect to be beating them. It is away from home, and the away games is where we've slipped up a little bit previously. We had the draw there against Talares. We had the defeat there against Sao Paulo and the draw there against Boca Juniors. So I'm not going to take anything for granted, but you never know. This team here as well, by the way, they're who we play in the next game after BTF. And they are 2nd in the table. And there's a possibility we may even be getting drawn against them in the semi-final of the Copa Libertadores if we get past Boca Juniors today. And they're one of those horrible, disgusting Red Bull teams as well. Right. One final thing before we get into the game. We have got some transfer news to bring you. So we've brought in 2 players, Nelson Johansson for £5.5 million. Both of these are midfielders that can play the advanced playmaker and the Mazzala role in midfield. He's 22 years old, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. He's nothing sensational, but for £5.5 million, he was a bargain from Racing Club, same place we got George Colombo from. Then we went to Vélez and we got Emmanuel Turallo for £6 million. And yeah, 23 years old, 3.5-star current with 3.5-star potential. He was the one I wanted originally. But when I put in a bid for him, it then came up that Fulham have gone in for him. And straight away, I just thought, okay, we're not getting him. He's going to go to Fulham. From Vélez in Argentina to Fulham makes sense to me. He had a £6 million release clause. They matched it like we did. So I then went in for Nelson Johansson. His transfer went through. And then Turallo chose us over Fulham, which either says a lot about us or a lot about Fulham. But either way, he then chose us. So I kind of only wanted one of them, but ended up with both of them for £11.5 million in total. But Jonathan Herrero, Chelsea, matched his minimum fee release clause of £21 million. So he is now gone. So basically, we've got that come in, or that gone out. These 2 come in, and we still made £10 million on top of that. Jonathan Blaga has gone to Famalicão on loan for £1.9 million total loan fee, which in terms of the finances mean we have 17 million in the bank. We have £77.8 million in the transfer budget, and a wage budget we still have nearly 300 for about £280,000, £272,000 in the wage budget to spend. So the summer transfer window, or winter transfer window, or whatever you want to call it, the one at the end of the season basically, could end up being a rather fun transfer window. But we've got a lot to do before we get there. So I'm going to meet you guys over at the Matchday Centre, and we're going to get into the Copa Libertadores quarter-final second leg game against Boca Juniors. Right, welcome to the Matchday Centre. And there's a couple of bits of news I just need to bring you up to speed on. Santiago Heze does want to leave the club. He's requested a transfer, so we could potentially be selling him. There's not long left of the transfer window, actually. No, it closed on the 3rd of September, so he may be leaving, he may not be going. Alexandre Fernandez also wants to go out on loan, I think it is, because he's unhappy with his playing time. But, you know, unless we get anything solid come through, they'll end up staying. And then we've also got Lorenzo Albarracin, who's not quite match fit to start, so he's going to be on the bench, and Jefferson will be in place of him. So the team we go into battle with against Boca Juniors in this massively important second leg game is Luis Jr. I didn't mean to click on him. Luis Jr. in goal. Mariani left back. Custodio right back. Andre Luiz and Colombo in the centre of defence. Ronaldo, Turallo and Heze in the centre of midfield. Jefferson and Pedro out wide with the boot up top. Right, let's get into the game. And let's hope we can beat Boca Juniors and get through to the semi-finals. I've got a bit of PTSD for when it comes to quarter-final Champions League level matches. Those of you that have been watching the series and know what I went through at Dortmund in quarter-finals, you will understand exactly why I have that PTSD. It's not been a good experience, but we are the home team, and I think we are better than Boca as well. I'm probably going to regret saying that now, but I do believe we are better than them. And from the way the other games have been going, it looks like we could be set for an all-Brazilian semi-final. And like I say, I think we're on for playing that RB team in the semi-finals if we get through. Here's Pedro now, though, on the right-hand side. I'm talking through a highlight. Heze's into the box, and Santiago Heze is trying to prove me wrong. He's had a few goals this season, Heze, and that could be a very, very important one. He's put us 1-0 up. We have been the better team at the start of the game, and I did actually move these about recently, but here's Pedro now with a corner, and in swinger, and it's 2-0, George Colombo. 4th goal of the season. I know it's not George Colombo, it's Jorge Colombo or something like that, but I'm not Brazilian, I don't speak Portuguese, so yeah. Right, here's Pedro with another corner. Colombo again, oh. Well, Colombo fancies his chances in this game, doesn't he? He really does fancy his chances. 2-0 up in 15 minutes. I did say I felt we were better than Boca Juniors. I didn't think we were going to be cruising after 15. I mean, we're not cruising, we're 2-0 up. It's apparently the most dangerous scoreline in football. And I have lost quite a few 2-0 leads in my time. That much I do not mind admitting. But yeah, we've got less than 5 minutes to go until half-time. We go in at half-time, 2-0 up, then I think we are winning this game. And 2 minutes to be added on. We've played the 2 minutes. It is half-time. And you look at this, that Boca have not even had a shot at our goal, let alone one on target. We've had 16 shots, 8 on target, 3 off target, an XG of 1.90. We've not had any clear-cut chances, apparently. But we have played very, very well. Let's get into the dressing room. We've had a lot of shots on target, so I'm happy. There's no point to be negative with this team. They're playing a very standard, basic 4-4-2 formation. Ball's gone into the box. We've cleared our lines. Heze gives it to Pedro, who then gives it to the boot. We're now with Mariani out on this left-hand side. It goes infield for Turallo. Out to Custodio. I mean, the ball just about crawls to him. He's gone past his man, and oh, the boot was offside by the looks of it and wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. But yeah, I'd love for Wellington to score today just to show you why I'm absolutely in love with this player. I think he's been phenomenal for us. Right, that's a poor clearance from Andre Luiz. He's just giving it straight to the Boca attacker. And this could put us in trouble. And the ball was pinging about. We've just about managed to survive. I'm not sure quite how, but we did. And there's no follow-up to that highlight. We will make a substitution at this point. I'm not going to take the boot off because I do like him. I want him to stay on. I may take him off if he doesn't do much soon. But Jefferson can come off probably Albarracin. He's got enough in him to play the last, 25 minutes. So we'll make them 2 substitutions to start with and click continue. And there's our substitutions down there. They're telling me to take Custodio off for Kennedy. We have a corner now. Pedro's going to take it, whips in the ball. Oof. Andre Luiz fancied getting on the score sheet alongside his central defensive partner there, didn't he? So Kennedy can come on for Custodio. It's telling me to do it, and he's quite tired. And I think Ronaldo can come off for Danilo. They will be our next 2 substitutions. We've got 1 more left to take, should we choose to do so. We have another highlight now. Heze has it in the midfield and gives it back to Colombo, who then gives it back to Heze. Here's Kennedy on the right-hand side. Goes back to Colombo again. Heze finds Pedro. Pedro's through. Oh, I think he went for goal rather than trying to find Wellington. But we have a corner from it. It'll be Danilo to take it over on the right-hand side. He'll swing the ball in. Goes towards the middle of the goal, but Vega, the goalkeeper, comes out and takes it. It's why I prefer the near post deliveries, because if they go into the near post, the goalkeeper doesn't get a chance to come out and claim it. If they go centre, the goalkeeper pretty much gets it all the time. And if they go far post, then there's an opportunity for the keeper to grab it then as well. So we've only got a couple of minutes left. This should be a win for us. Even if they get a goal here, we should be able to hang on in these last couple of minutes of added on time. Saying that, I mean, you never know with these referees. I mean, what are we doing? Seriously, just clear the ball. Right, Lewis Jr. has the ball. I don't like these end of game highlights. Just stop it and say it's full time. Right, here's Heze who gives the ball away. Oh, giving the ball away is such a frustrating part of these tactics. And this game just wants to put me through it at the end of a match, doesn't it? Well, there you go. There's a full-time whistle. We have beaten Boca Juniors 2-0 on the night. We go through 4-2 on aggregate. And what we'll do now is we'll have a quick look at who we are going to be playing in the next round. Are we still on game day? Yes, we are. We need to rest our players immediately for a couple of days. There you go. And in terms of our schedule, we will... Oh, what is going on here? I hate it when... Right, thank you. Right, we are playing, our rivals in the league. I'm sure they're second in the league. Yeah, they are. So that is going to be a tough semi-final. If we click on the Copa Libertadores, Botafogo, who are the other team, I mean, they're not doing great in the league. They're 15th in the league. They will play either Instituto of Argentina or Fluminense, who's one of our local rivals, of course. So this is really starting to look... If we can get past this team, then we are absolutely capable of winning the Copa Libertadores. Could we have our 3rd Champions League level trophy by episode 5 of the time with Flamengo? Who knows? Right, let's get into the next game and let's move over to the Matchday Centre. Here we are then, ready for the game against BTF. They must be a team that's come up in the lower leagues because they're not in my little list that we've got. What I can tell you is the team that's top, they are Bahia, B-A-H, and then I think it's R-I-A after that. Then this is RB Bragantino. So, yeah, I've never heard of either of those teams, to be quite honest. This is Sao Paulo Internacional. No, sorry, this is Palmeiras Internacional and Sao Paulo Fluminense. So I'm getting there. I'm getting some of these names right. And hopefully I'll have them nailed down pretty soon. But it is possible we could have won the Copa Libertadores before I even get a chance to get these names right. But anyway, let's move on to the next game. And as you can see from the table, we are 3rd. If we win today against a team that's bottom of the league, so we absolutely should be winning, then we can potentially move up to 2nd in the league. Bahia and Bragantino recently played each other and Bahia won 2-1, I think it was. But here's the team we're going into battle with. We have brought in Kennedy on the right-hand side, Fernandez in the centre of defence, and Albarracin has returned on the left-hand side as well. Custodio is on the bench, mainly because he's 1 yellow card away from a suspension. And Andre Luiz is also on the bench, as is Jefferson, who was previously over there. So we've got Lewis Jr. in goal, Mariani left back, Kennedy right back, Fernandez and Colombo in the centre of defence, Ronaldo, Turallo and Heze in the centre of midfield, Albarracin and Pedro out wide with the boot up top. Let's get into the game. And like I say, we should be winning this. Even our scout that provides the feedback on the two teams, or on the opposition rather, informed me that we should be winning this at a canter, that our form is a lot better than what theirs is. And here we go then. Let's get into it. And a win here, like I say, or even a draw would put us into second. We do want to win. If we win, we'll still be 3 points behind. Oof. Well, they've had the first opportunity of the game and they very nearly scored. Our goalkeeper, I think, made a terrific save. Either that or they hit the woodwork. And they haven't hit the woodwork according to the stats. So it was our keeper, Lewis Jr., making a very, very good save. Very much a reactionary save. We have got other players, the likes of Custodio, on the bench, that we could bring on if Kennedy, for example, doesn't quite perform to standard. He is one of their young, up-and-coming, 5-star potential players. And we do have a few of those. And I'm thinking more along the lines of next season. I want to start giving those type of players the opportunity. I'm a bit disappointed in Wellington today because he's not showing me anything to prove why I've been raving about him. And it's been pretty much a highlight-free first half. We get a highlight right at the end of the first half. We have a throw-in. Mariani over on this left-hand side. He's cutting field. He's having free run at goal. And he should have done so much better with that. The keeper saved it. It's gone out for a corner. Albarracin will take the corner on the right-hand side. In-swinger towards the near post. No one was there. It's come out to Pedro. Oh my word. I think we just hit the woodwork twice in a row there. I mean, the stats are the same once as it's gone straight to half-time. But how have we not taken the lead? Thrash Arms, I'm far from pleased. I am not pleased. 0-0 with the team that's bottom of the table at half-time is not acceptable. We need to be doing better than this. Come on, boys. Let's get a couple of goals. Let's put this game to bed. I don't want to be sitting here in the 89th, 90th minute begging for a goal. And at the moment, it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Right, we need to make some substitutions because this is not good enough. Right, I think the boot's going to come off and Vinny can come on. And Heze, I think, can come off and we'll bring Nelson Johansson on. Let's see if that has any impact whatsoever. Vinny has come on and looked decent a couple of times off camera, but I'd like some of these players to show me something on camera, not just off camera. Right, I think Pedro's the next one that's going to come off and Marco Antonio can come on for him. Kennedy can come off for Custodio. Just hopefully he doesn't pick up a yellow card in the 20 minutes that he's going to get. Right, we have a highlight at last. Here's Mariani. He has it again over on the left-hand side to Fernandez. Switches play to Custodio. He's got an opportunity. Antonio! Oh, Antonio, you could have scored and been a hero. Right, he's got a corner on this left-hand side. It's going to be an in-swinger. Near post, far post in the middle towards the near post. Custodio, yeah, it's just not good enough, is it? Let's be real. It's really not good enough. This has not been a good performance. We've had the opportunities as well. This is a frustrating thing as we've had the chances. Johansson finds Marco Antonio. What was that? I mean, Jesus, swept. What was that? It's gone out for a corner. Albarracin will take it on this right-hand side. Can you just find Colombo's head so we can make it 1-0? He's gone towards the back post. It's gone out of play again for another corner. I mean, the amount of corners we're getting, we need to be scoring one of them. Marco Antonio now from the other side. Can he provide the cross for Colombo's head? Or even Fernandez? One of them. No. He has the ball back again. Puts the ball back into the box, but it's too close to the keeper. And it's terrible, terrible football from us. Right, we're going to go very attacking. We might as well just throw the kitchen sink at it at this point, don't we? Bring Danilo on for him because he's a bit more creative. Last 5 minutes, I mean, we've had 8 shots on target, an XG of 1.71. We haven't got a goal. They have a free kick now. Don't tell me they're going to go and win it because that will just finish me off if they do. It really will. Can we try and win the ball back? I mean, you know, yeah, No? No, he's clearly... Oh, we have won it back. There you go. Vinny then loses it again. Right, Colombo wins it back to Torallo. Albarracin, he's in the box. Vinny, he scores it. Vinny with his third goal of the season. It's 1-0. We are getting the job done at last, but it's taken to the 90th minute to get the goal. Vinny got it with Albarracin assist. We now have a highlight in the dying moments of the game. We're in the 92nd minute, 4 minutes to be added on. Please don't concede again. Here's Custodio. Marco Antonio. Vinny's through again. Oh, Vinny's got another. It's his second of the game. Vinny is showing the boot how it's done. Oh, Vinny, I love you more than the boot now. And there it is, a 2-0 win. I mean, when you look at the stats, we deserve the 2-0. I mean, 70% possession as well. Pass completion, 88% compared to their 78%. If you look at the average rating, 6.98 to 6.57 shows it has been closer than what some of the other stats would suggest. But yeah, we've got the job done. It's 2-0. We get out of Dodge with the 3 points. And that puts us into second in the table, 3 points behind Bar. There's 38 games in a season. My original thought was that even if we win the Copa Libertadores this season, we'll stick around because I want to try and win the league with Flamengo. I mean, we could even win it this season. We could actually do the domestic and European double in half a season with Flamengo. Bearing in mind, when we came in, they were like round here. What a turnaround this has been. What an amazing manager I am, by the way. Right, in terms of the schedule. Oh, it's doing it again. I hate this when it does it. Right, in terms of the schedule, we're going to come back for the Copa Libertadores semi-final second leg game against Bragantino, and I'll show you the highlights of the first leg as well. And then I think we'll do ATM as well. They're currently 9th in the league. That'll be a more competitive game, I'd imagine, than an away game against a team that's 18th. So we'll do ATM and the second leg against Bragantino in tomorrow's episode. And then what it could mean is that we do a final episode of the week on Friday. Because remember, as of this Sunday, we will not be doing Sunday uploads for the Unemployed Journeyman anymore. Not since the announcement of the delay to FM25. So Sunday's episode will be a Road to Glory save, similar to how I do the rebuilds and that, with a whole season done in one episode. And it will just be a Road to Glory where we're going to start with a club outside of England with the task of making them the best team in that country, really. And that will be on Sunday. But anyway, back to this one. Yeah, that's when we come back for tomorrow's episode. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of Flamengo and Brazil so far. And I'll see you tomorrow for the semi-final of the Copa Libertadores. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.